Okay, how are you? How's everyone? How's doing? Welcome to our wonderful session again. Looking ahead to the panels, you can put on your video if you don't mind. Okay, cool. So everyone, I can see everyone's face as it appears on the flyer. So it's good for me to see everyone's face on the flyer. Okay, good. So one of the things if you're not speaking, you can mute. If you're speaking, of course, you can unmute. And for those who will be joining us, they will wait for a discussion after the panelists, then they will go to a Q&A. But I'll start by welcoming you and say thank you so much for making your time, the beauty queens of Africa. And I'll start by introducing everyone, but you can also introduce yourself. I might not introduce yourself better the way you want. So I'll start from Cameroon. I'm trying to pronounce it in French. Cameroon. So her name is Mokete Monalasa Jerry. She's Miss Universe Africa, Cameroon. The second one is Sudan. Her name is Tegisa Bushara Muhammad Kahir, Miss Universe Sudan. Assalamu alaikum. Goes to
Walaikum salam.
Yeah.
Hi everybody.
Good. Goes to South Africa. Lane Landeshul, Miss University Africa, South Africa. Welcome. I'll go to Burundi. Dative Uwimana, Miss University Africa, Burundi. Welcome, ladies. And I'll start from Miss University Africa, Cameroon, to introduce yourself in a more detailed manner. A few minutes of introduction, then we'll jump into our topic of the day. You have the floor.
I'm Mona Lisa. I'm actually from Congo. I'm doing studies in political science and international relations. I think that's all about me.
Okay, so you're a political science student and international relations.
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Burundi.
Thank you.
Hi everyone. My name is Dative Uwimana and I am from Burundi, as you heard. I'm Miss University Africa Burundi. And I'm also a student in marketing and management. I'm finishing my studies, but also I'm passionate about economics, education, women empowerment. And I'm very happy to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you. Women empowerment. So the topic, you match the topic if you're interested in women.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. South Africa.
Hi, my name is Lindo. I'm doing my 4th year in LLB, which is a law degree. And I'm also passionate about women empowerment, women and children in general. I'm an aspiring activist, actually, and hoping that one day I can be an activist and a voice for women and children. I'm also passionate about the beauty industry, and I hope that one day I have my own beauty clinic as well. And yeah, that's basically me, my spare time. It's pageants and modeling and just learning more about the whole industry in general when it comes to beauty, law, and just mashing it all in one.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
So a fashion designer. Huh?
No, I'm more of skincare and
Okay, skincare.
yeah,
Okay.
skincare, yes.
All right, good. For those who want to skincare in future, you have a person direct. Okay, thank you for introduction. Sudan.
Hi, my name is Taysir Khan. I'm originally an interior designer. I graduated, but I also consider myself an entrepreneur. I've been doing so many things other than interior design, and also a multi-potentialite. I've been involved in so many businesses, including the beauty businesses. I started my own eyelash line, and I'm very much interested in charity work and women empowerment as well.
Wow, thank you. Entrepreneur, charity, thank you so much. I can see wonderful ladies, young ladies who are passionate about, social change and empowering communities. I love that. So today, our topic of discussion is, I'm going to read it for you so loud and clear. It says, women empowerment, a catalyst for socioeconomic transformation in Africa. Like women, there have been movements of women, campaigns for women, government initiatives for women to empower them. And I can hear just good vibes from you guys who are speaking about like women empowerment. And so that's so good. So I want to start like a simple question. What does women empowerment mean to you? From Cameroon.
Hi, thank you, Enoch. Thank you. For me, the ability for women to gain power, an ability for her to get access and developing capacity in a view or in an attempt to participate actively in shaping others in the society, in many domains, every domain, like economic, social, and politics. So it's another way for me. I can also say that it's the ability for women to enjoy their rights and benefits, and manage and improve their well-being and status in the society. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So that's from Jerry. How about you, Dativ? What does women empowerment mean to you?
Thank you. So women empowerment can be defined in many ways, but however, I can say that women empowerment is that fact of letting or accepting and allowing women to take part in decision-making process, and in all domains, like in politics, economy, in education, in art, like all domains, letting women be part in decision-making. In other words, I can say that women empowerment is giving women opportunities, equal opportunities, and without limitation, like to be part in like the social life, to give what they have inside of them for the good of the community. So yes, that's what I think is women empowerment.
Okay, cool. Social inclusion, giving them power. Okay, Teisa, what does it mean to you, women empowerment? You muted.
Okay. Women empowerment is, for me, it is for women to be recognized in the society, in both academia and the policy circles. Because the growing recognition reflects the recognition of women. How do I say this in English? Women are like the main part of the society,
Right.
and I think society, and sorry. Um, okay.
So you can think about that more and more. Yeah,
Give me a second.
yeah. So get stabilized, then you speak.
Yes, please.
Okay. Lindu, what does it mean to you, women empowerment?
I think Daitiv and Mona Lisa had said like most of what it means to me as well. So without like repeating what they already said, it's also closing that gap between men and women. You know, how men are the ones who are most advantaged in all spheres, economically, politically, socially. They are at such an advantage, and the world is more for them instead of being for women. So it's closing that gap and having equal opportunities to men as well. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. And then this pushes me to my next question. And all of you are from like different parts of Africa: South Africa, Burundi, Cameroon, Sudan, or all else representing even the region, South African, West African, Northern and North. Do you think what could be like a state of women empowerment in Africa? Do you think countries have improved, and what have they done to improve? You know, statistically and realistically, what have they done to improve? Ranging from your countries where you come from and what you read or see or analyze. Anyone can jump in, then I'll stuck around. Yeah.
I could say that with South Africa, on paper, we have the right things. Like our policies are so great. We have women rights. Our constitution works for women, it protects women. But all of that is just on paper. I feel like we are lacking in implementation. I don't know if I'm making sense. Whereas we have women rights, like I said, but then our gender-based violence has been peaking. Whereas it says that we should not be discriminated against. It says that we should not be violated. But all of that is just policies on a piece of paper. So we need to work on implementation. And I think we still have a long way to go when you look at things like your corporate spheres as well. Like I said, I'm a law student and I want to go into labor law, but I'm already at a disadvantage just for being a woman. I won't earn the same amount as my colleague who has the same skills as me, who, you know, works as hard as me, but because he's a man, he's already at an advantage. And I feel like that needs to change, especially in the corporate sphere as well. And it's so easy to tell us that women are protected and all of that, but then not actually doing it, not actually implementing what you said you will do, and all the promises that were made to us that are it's just promises.
Right. So it's promises, not practical.
No,
Good policies, but zero
yeah.
practicability. Is it the same in Burundi? How is
Yes,
that relating to the same question?
oh yeah, it's kind of same. It's kind of same. Like if we're seeing like policies, everything is fine. Like they say that we must give value to women and give them equal opportunities, but practically it's not done. It's not done. And I think in Burundi it's kind of related also to Burundian culture, which says that a woman is has just to stay home, take care of children, don't have to go, for example, in politics, economics. And this has affected women, a lot of women, because they don't have that boldness to stand up and like go in politics. Even like statistically, if we are looking at like studies in Burundi, a lot of women, they don't go far. They stop because they think if I just finish like high school, I just have to search for a man and then get married, and that's where I stop. But I think that's that feeling comes from the our culture, who says a woman must be like this and that. So it's not only because it's not only like I can say the government who doesn't allow women to be well empowered, but it's also related to the culture, to women who don't have that boldness to grow and work in politics, in education, like in all those areas. So that's how it is in Burundi. But I can say in Africa in general, it's not that okay, I think it's not that bad, but we still have a long journey. For example, in Rwanda, we see that women are really represented in, for example, the government. I think actually it's 62%. Like women are really they are represented in the government, but also some countries, because I think mostly it's related to the African culture. I think we still have a long journey. Yeah.
Cool. So it's in I get like you know, similar situations, different scenarios in different countries. How about you, Jerry? How is it? What do you understand? What's your take on that?
Yeah, hey, thank you. I would join Dative in her perspective because we still have a long journey. In my country, for example, Cameroon, according to the laws and policies that we have, what can I say, we still have a lot of work to do, because we have like 78% of girls under the age of 18 that are getting married in my country. And there's law that is prohibiting it. So the real problem here is not the law, it's not the policies, but it's the implementation of those laws and policies in my country. That's what I can say. And the thing is that I cannot blame actually those who did those laws and policies, because we have crisis now. It's not a problem of today. We are living in crisis and we have those problems in a country that is real. We cannot do things without it. We have to take it in account. We have crisis and traditional custom also. Like in the north part of my country, from 12 is okay, you are able to get married, that's normal. It's not as if it's difficult or it's not a taboo. How can I say it? It's not a taboo. It's just normal for you to get married because you are at the age of getting married. So it's just, problem is implementation. For me, the real problem is implementation of law and policies, and also education of population. Because if you are sensitized population about how important scholarization for girls is important and how it will impact our development, I think that we can do something better than now. According to the girls, the girls sector, we are really improving, but it's still low. It's still low. And it's not a country of, it's not a problem of Cameroon only, it's a problem of the whole Africa. Because actually, according to what I'm reading, regarding to what I read and what we are seeing every day, I think that is the same problem everywhere in Africa. We are really trying, but we have to do more. We have to do more.
Thank you. So I see hindrances of traditions, you know, society, but I will come again to that. I want to analyze the structural problem. What's the real problem here? Thaisa, what's your take on that?
Excuse me for the confusion at the beginning. Okay, I think we do have the same problem here in Sudan, but I think the percentage of like the early marriage for women, for girls, has been decreasing the past couple of years because of the women have been doing a great work here. They have been doing like awareness programs, and they have been reaching to the they've been going out to the states, to the rural areas for awareness, and this has actually helped a lot. And we don't, or at least in the city, you don't see this happening anymore. So I think this is I think you don't see like girls like early marriage. It's your choice now. I think even I think the next generation as well, we will not be having this problem as it used to be. So I think they're taking the right steps for this. Also, if after the revolution that happened in Sudan against the past regime, the past government, the revolution was actually 78% was led by women. Women were out on the streets. Women organized for everything. This shows how capable actually women are. We have changed a whole government. Yani. So actually, after that, with the new government coming back, with the new government, there are so many seats for women there, which is new for us. Actually, we're happy with this, and so many women participated with in parts that are usually dominated by males, usually in the governments, like being judges. Usually here it's only for men. So now we do have female judges. We do have female people. Playing major parts in this. So after that, I think this revolution itself empowered a lot of women, and now they know that they're heard. Now they know that, after this, everyone, all the females, they now started their own businesses. They now started their own organizations. They started their own like YouTube channels talking about women empowerment and stuff. So for us, this is big. It's major. For us, we're kind of being women are being like they have a voice now, which a couple of years ago we didn't at all. We were not allowed to walk in the streets with jeans. You cannot wear whatever you want here. You were not allowed to walk in the streets with mini skirts. You have to wear like the scarf 24/7. You cannot show your hair. Now all of this is different. Now we can wear whatever we want to wear in the streets. Nobody will talk to us. Like even when we go to university, you're free to talk about politics. This was an issue. Like you cannot speak about politics in the past. So now I think women they're the reason. They're the reason why we're here now. They're the reason why the sanctions have been lifted from Sudan, and now we can have like deal with other businesses and brands and stuff like this, because we kind of used to live in a bubble within the past regime. So women have definitely made a huge change, and definitely took us to another level in this country.
Thank you. Then that's very good of you bringing a woman leader. I've forgotten her name, who was the champion of the revolution. So Ala, right? Yeah. She was like she led
the icon,
and many people. That's very good to hear. And I know Sudan is like too religious country. It runs on Sharia law. Do you still run on a Sharia law?
Yes, we do, but so women are like double pressured. They're pressured by the religious views, and they're pressured by the society. So we have like double pressures. Okay. But now it's a little bit different now. There is Sharia, but you're free actually to do whatever you want now.
Thank you. And that brings to me the next question. Like, how does women empowerment improve the economic conditions of society? How is it an economic issue? Because we've been looking at as a social issue, but how does it like improve the economies? How does it empower businesses? How does it empower the GDPs of countries? Because we see like the more women are empowered, the more even society is empowered economically. Yeah. I want to hear from you, South Africa. What do you think is important factor of women empowerment in boosting the economies of countries, like general scale in Africa?
I'm not sure about boosting the country, but I know empowering yourself as an individual. I mean, if you have the same opportunities as men, like I mentioned earlier, if you have the same opportunities as men, and if you're treated equally and you get equal pay and given the same opportunities, I'm pretty sure that empowers you individually, and you are going to be able to cater for yourself, cater for your family. It takes you out of poverty as a woman. I mean, this whole conception that women are housewives or women should stay at home, women can't bring income, it's slowly coming to an end. And I feel like that does have an impact on the economy as well. Imagine women as CEOs and women as in the corporate fields and women as leaders. It empowers the woman more. I feel like it's more of an individual thing. I'm really not sure about the economy as a whole, but yeah, you are able to take yourself out of poverty. You are able to take care of yourself. You're not dependent on a man, and I think that's liberating.
Yeah, thank you. And that's a collective. If one family is empowered from one end to the other end, so it's a collective effort to country's GDP and the economy. Families improve. Women tend to take more care of their family than men. So if empowered, they lift many, out of poverty. Like say, how one come back to Burundi?
All right, thank you. So what I can say about that question is that first of all, we all know that women are many, like in terms of numbers, there are many than men in the world. So this means they have a lot to give, because I believe each individual have something special to give to the society. So because there are many, this means they have a lot to give. And there's a quote saying that if you train a woman, you're not training only a woman, you're training a nation. You're training the whole world, because women mostly educate the children in a family. And like if we are talking about women empowerment, is giving them the right to education. And if women are well educated, this means they will also educate children, and this will help very, very, very widely the world. If women are well educated, like they will educate their children. And it's also proven that, I don't really remember well statistics, but it's proven that women, they go far with studies more than men. Like if we look at the percentage of women that do master's degrees, this shows that women are like more active in that than men. So it's proven that women are good in being educated. So if they are well educated, they will educate children, and then the whole world will be educated, and this will have a good influence, a good impact on like the economy of countries. Is that what I can say for now? Yeah.
Thank you. If you educate a woman, you educate the whole village.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Cameroon.
Dative, I think the next time you will not speak before me. Okay, I would join one's dative perspective. Women okay, let us say about education. I always take education because the main thing I can say that is the basic, the fundamental for us.
Would you like somehow your voice is cutting? It has I don't know if it's me listening to it, but it's kind of cutting. Like it makes noise when you're speaking, so we don't hear the full words of context. Is it me only who hears that?
I don't know, maybe
Yes,
it's
it's
Negwa.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is it okay now?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
okay now. Yes. I want to make
Okay,
sure your
I'll
point.
hold it like that. Yeah. Okay, I'll also take education. If girls are educated, I think that everyone is educated also, because they're more close to environment. Women are more close to environment. They're close to children. They're close to men and everybody. They're able to also empower others. If you have empowered women, I think that they can impact positively the community around us. And the second thing is that if we have more women, according to the numbers of women, if you have more women in leadership position, in how are they saying, in decision-making position, I think that the quality of decision-making will be better than the one now. And women are also hardworking. I think it's true, and it's true for me. Women are also hardworking. I can take the example in my country, in the rural village or rural side town. They are really working in agriculture, and that's it. That's the main. How I can say is the aim factor in our the aim boost of our economy in Cameroon, agriculture, and they're hardly working on it. When you are going at maybe on the Women's Day,
Yeah.
you can actually see how they're working and all their works. And they're really working on agriculture, no matter what the type of agriculture is, they're really working in the rural town. They're working on it. And that's a base, what I want a word, like, is like I can say it now.
Say it in French.
Not in French. The problem is not the French. The problem is I'm looking for something that is the base, the pillar. Okay, the pillar of our
The
economy in
backbone.
Cameroon. Yeah, and that only depend on women because they're working on that side. So I think that they're really improving our economy and they're really developing our economy. I'll also take about the resources, financial resources. We all know how women are working, how they are doing cash transfer and everything all over the day, and how they're managing money and managing finances in countries. I think it's everywhere in Africa, it's everywhere in the world. There are more, how they saying, that users, the important users of money transfer or cash transfer in our country. They are really, I don't have the words. In fact, in the financial domain, I think that women are using more money, they are using more transaction than men. And I think that if you are giving them the ability to do it through association, through everything, their activities, through what they want to do, I think that it will be a catalyst for our development. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that elaborative. And just like you said, like women, I think 70% of rural farmers are women, like who engage in rural farming are women. But unfortunately, they most of them don't take the share, like they according to their work. It's mostly taken by who, men. Oh yes, so it's unfortunate they do a lot of hard work farming and it's taken.
Yeah.
So that's a very good point. Teisa, what's your take on that? How do women improve economies and empower societies? You're muted.
Sorry. If I am well educated and I am very well empowered, I will definitely have and raise kids that are able to make a change and make a difference in the community, and they're very well educated, morally, ethically. By this will help. I think this will help in having a more stable community, and it will also help in being productive in the community as well. For example, if women start making like small businesses, running businesses and stuff, it will also help in bringing in Sudan here. For us, it's helping the economy by bringing what we call the hard currency in for the country, and this will actually help in stabilizing the market and actually help in strengthening our own local currency. So the more we participate, because women are a major part of the community, and there are millions of women. So if we empower them, if we educate them, if we take care of them, you will definitely economically see a difference within the yes, within the within the society and within the economy of the country itself. So they would definitely help within stabilizing the economy.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, about
Jump in. Yeah.
yes, about that question, I'll also give a small example of Burundi, because in Burundi, 97 of people who are in agriculture are women, and like agriculture remains like the dominant activity in the economy of Burundi, because it brings like more than 70%, more than 50% of I think it's GDP, right? Yes, it's like it's very. This shows how much women can be like can help in the economic growth in a country. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Like you see, like it's evident like women are a very big factor in empowering communities. Imagine if like 90% of women who are in agriculture in Burundi or Cameroon or Sudan or anything, they will be empowered. There will be small, businesses and empowered. You imagine how booming our economies would be. It's very critical, and I think that's a very critical factor that our governments, our young people should raise concerns about that. But every topic has a controversy, and I like controversies a bit because they stimulate debate. Debate. So there is a debate out here, like should we empower women? Like you talked about equal opportunities, equal representation. But should we empower for the sake of our communities and the growth of the community? Should we just, for example, in a cabinet, do you think it's right for a government to just select women just because they are women, not even their potential, Should it be like that? And what's your take on that? Should we focus on women just representation with no really tangible work or tangible skills and stuff? Or should we focus on building women's skill, not politicize or sounding good, and we build communities? What's your take on that? Because like you said, like you might have 64% of women in parliament, but do they really deliver, or it's just a number, statistics, or do they have real power? So I also look at that, and I want to hear your views.
Okay, thank you for that question. It's actually a very good question. And okay, what I think personally, we shouldn't give like opportunities to women just because they are women. No, because if we are talking about women empowerment, it's not only giving them like positions in the, for example, in the government, but it's also like educating them, giving them the right of education, because you become like a person is a result of like things that he studied, you see. So
Yes.
we should give like opportunities to women, like to go to school, not because I am a woman or a man, like I go to school just because I'm a human. And then if we give them the rights, like to go to school, for example, they will like they will improve their potential for the good of the society. So what I think is that we shouldn't give them opportunities just because they are women. It's just because they how can I say it, they deserve it, like they are talented and they have that potential and they can make it. The problem is that why we are talking about women empowerment is that they don't even give them the opportunity, you see. But give them an opportunity, let them try, let them like show what they can do, and then we will see if they can or not. But I think they can, because we have like examples of women that are doing great job. And for example, with the example that I gave about agriculture, like this shows women are really, they can really do great things. So we need like opportunities. And don't vote, for example, for me just because I'm a woman, but because you believe in me and because you believe that I can make it. That's what I think on my side. Yeah.
Okay, so believe empower me not because I'm a woman, but because I can. Okay, I see hands from the audience. Just a little bit, be patient. We'll come for you. We'll come stimulate debate. I like, it seems that this question raises concern. Okay, so Lendu, what do you think?
I agree a lot with Daiti. Like, if I'm going, equal opportunity means giving me opportunity based on my skills and not based on my gender. If you reduce me to my gender now, that's actually more offensive. If you give me a position just because I'm a woman, that is actually an insult. Because you are now reducing me based on my gender. You are not looking at my skills and my talent and how great I am. And that's what equal opportunity means. Look at me beyond my gender. It's not because I'm a woman or it's because you're a man. And it's a basic human right, honestly. Like going to school, it's a basic human right. It shouldn't be something that we should even be debating about or fighting about. If I am given an opportunity as a man, the same opportunity must be given to me as a woman, because we are human.
Right.
Not because of our gender roles.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you might see like a same kind of thought, a similar thought. How about you, Cameroon?
I think that it's not really fair to do it. It's not according to who is the woman. It's not according to the gender that we are doing. We are talking about empowerment. It's not that type of equality about the human being, but it's about the skills, what you have to give to others. I think that's what means empowerment, is what you have, the capacity that you acquire and what you are giving, you are participate actively to give to other. I think that is according to, is a merit. You have to merit it. You have to give what you have. It's not according to, okay, you are a woman, so you have to be here just because you are a woman. I think that is according to what you have to give to the society. That's
Good.
what it's saying. Yeah.
It's capacity. I see the word
Yeah.
coming up a lot. Okay, Heisa.
Well, I think that women should be chosen because they have been treated unfairly for the past years. So I'm not talking about equal rights here. I'm talking about we need more than equal rights here. You need to choose more women. Yes. Yes.
I agree.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Because for a very long time, we were unheard. We didn't have the opportunities to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I think it's time. It's our time now, and I think we deserve more than having equal rights, and women can definitely give more. Women can definitely give as much as males as a male. A female can give as much
Yeah.
as a male can give. Yeah.
Cool.
So we have been underestimated for a very long time, and we deserve to be chosen. And I think you should choose more women. Yes. Yes.
Can I just add on that, please?
Yes.
I
Leonie.
really do agree with that, because when she said we need more than equal rights, because men are so ahead of us that we need to catch up, and just giving us equal rights is not going to fill that gap. You know, we need more advantages, we need more opportunities than men to fill that gap and for us to catch up. So I really agree with
And I
what she
promise
said.
you will see difference. I promise
Definitely.
you will see difference in the community, in the economy, in everything. I promise.
Hashtag
Yes, if I try,
choose women.
yes, if I try also
Hashtag
to
let's
add,
choose women. Yeah.
yes, if I try also to add on that, there's a word, I don't know if it's the right word in English, but positive discrimination. I think
Yeah.
it's the right word.
Yeah.
Yes, we need that, because like,
Mhm.
yeah, women in the mindsets, like they're not, they have to be like kind of given more opportunities to stand up. They really need that, because they have been discriminated for long. So we need a little bit of positive discrimination on that. Yeah.
Hashtag we choose women. I'm going to run
Yeah.
hashtag on my social media. We choose women. Today. But real quick, and we hear even from our audiences who have graced us that given the time to listen to us. I just want, like, as Africa, you have the big platform to inspire, to empower young girls and women out there to step up their way, to have the confidence, because I think most young girls mostly don't look like a little bit of value or purpose or something. So they lack confidence, they lack inspiration. So I want each one of you, in a practical manner, what are you going to do? Like in Cameroon, what are you going to do to be a voice for young girls and women in your particular country? And how do you achieve this women empowerment at a grassroots level? And we have the Cameroon. Do you want to go first?
Okay, hello.
Right.
Okay. I was not even getting you well. I think that I have a question. You were asking if
Okay.
what was the question? Because I was not getting
Oh,
you
the
very well.
question is, what are you going to do using your platform as Miss University Africa to empower young girls, to empower young women to have confidence, self-esteem, and feel that they matter? Like Teresa said, we choose women. Do they even feel that, or they feel that, excluded from a big, cycle of the country? Do they feel empowered? So how are you going to do it to empower girls, young women, using your
Okay.
platform as Miss University Africa?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the question. I'll say that as I'm already doing right now. I'm working with orphanage. I'm working with young girls. We have some trainings for my trainings. I think, yeah, trainings is like where you have to express yourself. You have firstly to talk about you, the way that you are introducing yourself in the society, introducing yourself in the society, and what you can, as I was talking, your capacity.
Mm-hmm.
It's true that education is not easy for everybody. Sometimes it's expensive for others. But what we are trying to do now is to use their skills, use what they can do, and help them to have a place in the society. Like now we are working with a fabric who is doing on, how they calling it? with products, many products actually. He's working with many products. We are trying to help them to find words, to find activities that can help them to be bold and proud of them.
Yeah.
And also we are working with other enterprises who is doing their recycling things, and here they have trainings in ITC.
Yes.
Yeah, they have training in ITC, and we didn't ask for the what they calling it, the level in school, like diploma and everything. Is just the basic one. If you have the first degrees, okay, they just try to train you according to what you can understand and help you to improve what you have. So I think that for other projects, I work more on having girls and working with them in everything. Also fashion and modeling. We are also working in fashion and modeling, because it's not all about education. It's not all about intelligence. Also, we are working with intelligence, but it's also working about how you have to look when you're in the society. We not say that you are empowered and you are just, okay, you are just maybe a genius, and you are just like, okay, not attractive, but we are working also on that thing. You have to be attractive, you have to be bold, you have to be proud of you, and that's
Okay, thank you. So you're already empowering girls in Cameroon. That's exciting to hear. How about South Africa, Lendu? What are you doing to using your platform as Miss University Africa to empower young girls?
Okay, so for that, I feel like it's women empowerment also needs to start with yourself. It needs to start with you empowering yourself. And I had to build my confidence, especially and we have a lot of factors that are against us as women. We are like triple oppressed. We're women, we Black, there's colorism, there's all of these things that just impact us. And it's so hard to tell somebody else to be confident when you look in the mirror and you're not happy with yourself. So that's how it started with me. It started with me knowing who I am, understanding who I am. And now that I know and I understand, it's easier to teach others. So I have a small group of girls where we come together once a month, and it's just a safe space for everybody to express how they feel, to express the challenges that they go through, and we try to help each other in that. And like, I'm a law student, and we could come together as different people from different fields. You meet other lawyers who already made it, who can serve as mentors and as guiders, and you just tell them what you're struggling with. And basically, it's a safe space for women of all spheres can come together and just share what they need and what they are struggling with. And in that, we help each other in that circle. And I'm hoping to grow that, to have it be something that is much bigger. Because I mean, sometimes you have to do it on your own. You know, you can't wait for the government to come assist you. You can't wait for a man to come and assist you. Sometimes you gotta get up and do it on your own. And this is basically a group that's just like, girl, get up and let's get things done. So yeah, it's basically us just motivating each other. And yes, basically.
Thank you. Thank you. I like the aspect starts with yourself. That's very good. Tisa, what do you think? What are you doing in South Africa? Sorry, in Sudan.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to be using my platform positively by creating positive content and spreading awareness. Actually, right now I'm a co-founder at a media company, and we have a special department for like social payback and social like charity activities and stuff. We welcome all the charity activities in Sudan, and we will work absolutely for free with them. I've also started my own organization as well before Miss University Africa. So Miss University Africa was actually, the title itself for me was more empowering. It was like empowerment for me as well to carry the title as Miss University Sudan. So this actually empowered me, and now I'm actually working on so many projects that are sustainable under under the organization that I have started, with the help of the media company that I am a part of. So all of this together will all be dedicated into giving back, empowering, and reflecting a positive image for the society.
Thank you. Using your platform, doing great things. Thank you so much. Dativ, what are you doing in Burundi?
Thank you so much for that question. And about that, I think I have two ways I'm trying to do it on. The first one is like it's kind of the same with Miss Lindo, South Africa, because I really believe we don't have to lead by words, but we must lead by examples. So what I'm trying to do is like trying to build what I like. For example, my passions, like things I'm passionate about, like I'm trying to be a servant leader to help, like to be an example for other ladies, because I want like girls in Burundi to look at me and say, oh, it's possible, like we can make it looking at me. Just so I have to I have really to work hard about my passions, about what I can contribute to the society, and then girls in Burundi will look at me and say, oh yes, we can make it. Like I want really to be an example, and I'm trying to do it with my platforms on social medias, but also other activities in Burundi. But it's not only like that. I'm also a co-founder of an organization in Burundi, Greater Women, and we're trying to train other girls in Burundi, like trying to show them that they have a lot of potential and they can stand up and use them for the good of the societies. We are doing trainings, conferences, forums, and sometimes common good activities, charity activities, like to help people who are really in need. And I'm really grateful because it's helping a lot of girls. We are not doing it only in the capital like Bujumbura, but also we're going up countries, like to raise awareness with other girls. And I really hope in the future this will be bigger and bigger, and like be a good example for other ladies. Yes. Thank you.
Wow, I am very mesmerized by everyone's work. Everyone's like on top. Is doing a lot of work, even besides like Miss Universe Africa. So that to me poses even hope for many. Yeah, I know you have peers in school, in society, in communities where I come from. They look at you and like, oh, we can also do that. That's to me, you're already doing. So it's more to empower more and reach out more and seek partnerships that scale up your organizations in your countries where I come from. We have the audience, so before we wrap it up, I want to hear from any contribution, any question to our beauty queen. There anyone with a contribution, burning question? Oh, Jonathan, yes.
Thank you so very much. Well, my name is Jonathan. I'm sorry I will not put the video. I'm like on the west coast of Northern America here. It's still morning here, so I want to put on a suit and right here. These were amazing. These were amazing talks. I have had the opportunity in the past to look at the TV work in Burundi. Amazing work, great job, ladies. And I think we need more of this. I wanna just to highlight a couple of things here. Statistically, women are more likely to find themselves. They are overrepresented in informal and vulnerable employment. So what the TV was talking about, for example, that we have way more women, because I have led a couple of my works in Central Africa and Burundi specifically. You know, there are a lot of women in agriculture. It's because these are informal and vulnerable employment, because it's not well regulated, and most of the time they just get there by default, because probably they don't have the education, or it's just a natural way to go. But the other thing that I wanted to mention here is that, yeah, it's cool to think about what should be done, but it's even better to think what should be done, seeing how the world works. And how the world works, I get to consult and coach with a lot of decision makers, business people within Africa, or even in Northern America. And what I get to realize is two things. Number one is, if you think from the perspective of a business owner, those business owners, why do they get to have way more men joining in? Because they're in their mind. I'm not being offensive to anyone here. I will just spit the truth, because you knowing how the world really truly works will help you as well position yourself where you're at. They give opportunities to men because they see, if I give an opportunity to a woman, what will happen? She'll be pregnant tomorrow. She'll be off work for, I don't know, 3 months before she gives birth, 2 months after she gives birth. And that gap, I'll still be paying her, and I'll still be paying as well another person that will be filling the gap. And that makes it harder for those decision makers. Why? Because it's not your fault if you're a woman, but unfortunately, the world gets to use that unfairness to use it against you. And that's why there's a huge spike of feminism, where women do not want to, you marry, women do not want to build a family, and women do not want to, I don't know, give birth, because they know that it will work against them. This is one. Number two is that after they see that the only way you get anything done in the world is by you creating your own space. By the time somebody gets to give you an opportunity, you should be creating an opportunity for yourself. What I loved about what Taysir, I don't know if I pronounce it well, what Taysir was saying, she founded a company. And then in Africa, we were brainwashed. I think 2 years ago, we were on a platform in Rwanda with Enoch, where we're talking about how AIDS kills Africa. And is that we are brainwashed into believing that if we create non-profit organization, non-profit initiative, this is how we get actually to contribute the best to the world. No, it is not the truth at all. The only way you can contribute the best to your country, you can add value to yourself, is by you creating a company that creates revenue, where you position yourself as a leader in that specific industry where you're at. Because in the world, you're only respected to the measure of what you own and control. This is not, I know these are some harsh words, but you guys are going to be Miss Universities. You guys need to understand that you are in positions where you will actually be representing the voice of lots of women.
Yeah.
So instead of creating non-profit initiative, thrive to create an opportunity where you can create a job for yourself, so that, for example, tomorrow, if you have a family, and then you can leave work so that you can take care of your family, of your baby that is born, you can take that easily because you founded that company, and that company runs because of you, and still keeps things will keeps running even when you will not be there. We get to help and train and coach people actually how to do that. So the last thing I want to talk about here is there is a cycle. Somebody was talking about capacity. That's the know-how. So you need to be very competent to what you're doing. You need to apply that in the position. Instead of looking for a job, yeah, look for a job for a certain time, work for somebody else for a certain time, and then transition and create yourself. That will help you have freedom for yourself, but as well, you can give other people opportunity, other girls that will be looking at you, they'll be inspired because you're signing your own check. You're signing checks for other families as well, which you cannot do if you're in a non-profit organization and then you're depending on somebody else somebody else signing for you, somebody else paying you. And the second thing is actually, yeah, yes,
I want to give more opportunities to other people who might have what to say here.
yeah, it's just 20 seconds and I'm done here.
Good.
And then so I was talking about the know-how, own and control, and then goes now to policies. These developed countries here have more policies that have, there are countries that don't even have policies about sexual or harassment at workplace and stuff like that. So you own and control, work on policies as well for those who are doing a law and who will be in this public position, work on these policies, and then that will give you the liberty and the freedom to do and to have equal opportunity for yourself as well as extended for others. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonathan. Create your own space. That's what I got in more. Create your own space. Have it for your all and create your own ideas. Okay, if anyone wants to add in question, contribution? Okay. Seems no one wants to talk.
I would love to help anybody who would need help on how to do those stuffs. You can reach out to me. I would help you do that as well. Enoch has a good friend as my contact. I'd love to help you ladies do whatever it is that you're doing in your countries and to do it well.
Awesome. Free aid without conditions. Jonathan is here to give help, you know. I say Han Herita.
Thank you for giving me this chance. I just want to raise one question, and I think it's for Jonathan. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I was having some connection issues. Can you repeat the part where you said, why do businessmen prefer women more than men? And you raised the issue of biologically giving birth and you paying her without her working. So can you elaborate more? I would like to add some point after I understand the question correctly. So it would be nice if you elaborate the question, like the point though.
Thank you very much. So what I was saying is pretty much thinking from, because here we were discussing thinking from your own perspective, and then you want to be given opportunities. I have the privilege to work with business leaders, decision makers, and most of the time, even though they will not confess it publicly, deep down in their hearts, they're all driven about minimizing the cost and maximizing the profit. And when you minimize the cost and maximize the profit, you get to choose a person who will cost you the less, but give you the most profit. So unfortunately, that's how the world works. And women, you have a huge, I get to cry because my sister will also have to go through, face the same thing. That's why I create my own company so that I can give them opportunity. So I said, most of these business leaders get to choose men or women who are probably in their younger age to those positions because they know, for example, a man will not take, for example, giving birth, a pregnancy leave and leave their spot to someone else and keep being paid for that. Because there are policies that actually says the woman actually will leave a couple of months before she gives birth and will still be at home some months after she gives birth, and what will happen, you will still be paying her about like 75% of whatever it is she's doing, but she's not producing to your company right now. So unfortunately, this is how most business leaders get to look at that, get to look at women and give much more opportunities to men, and women now you get to hit a wall where you have to deal with that situation. So the best way to go around that, even though it will take you longer, it's actually you create your own space. You create your own company, make it profitable so that you can come and leave whenever you want. You have freedom on your time. You also have freedom on choosing who would do what within your space. So that's what I was saying. I don't know if that's clear now.
Yeah. Is it clear?
Okay.
I don't know who asked the question, but is it clear?
Well, I do agree with some points that you said, but I just want to say, I just want to not actually provide, but like put out some points here. Well, speaking about myself, for example, if you give me a product from one place, like let's take for example a lipstick MAC, and if you give that lipstick to me to promote it, to sell it, and if you give the same product to my brother, I do agree with the point that you provided when saying creating your own company in order to, you know, go through the biological process and everything. But till we do create that company, we're going to need some jobs. So clearly, we need to argue for the women out there which cannot create their own company. So on the behalf of the women which cannot create their company and has to work under other as an employee, giving birth is a biological thing. You know, if it was more like a biological disease or condition, there would be a conditioning system. But when a woman goes through giving birth and everything, we cannot say that she's not going to make it, or she nobody would desire to have her as an employee when she's going to have a pregnancy leave. So technically, if I was pregnant and working from home, and you give me a product to promote and to sell, I believe that I can do it better than any man working in the office. For real though, I'm not even like trying to go anywhere with this. Just to tell you the real truth, I can do it better. But something that every businessman should know is that men are more egotistical and very quality keeping and everything. Women can really go through everywhere. Just they're like rats though. They can go through anywhere and everywhere and just sell that product anywhere. I believe that because
Mhm.
me and my brother, we worked these issues many times, and
Mhm.
I bit the hell out of him many times. So I personally believe I can do better than him while I'm cooking, and because I love it, not because I'm ordered to, but because I love it, while doing a lot of home stuff. So I bit him to death though. So what I want all the business owners in the world to know is that whether she's going to leave for pregnancy, having a pregnancy leave or not, women can work from anywhere and everywhere. The biological condition is more like a disease, you know. If it was a disability, for example, stairs are changed with like steep sloped ways. So just like that, create a solution. Don't try to you know, the solution cannot be creating your own business, because there will be people who cannot do that. So creating a business, it's definitely a solution at some point, but till we reach that point, we cannot tell women that you know, people would prefer to have that. So that is one awareness that should be created. Women can work from anywhere and everywhere. They're able to do that. So let's get that in place, because not everyone can create their own business, or till they do that, let's put that in mind, please.
Very good points here. Let
Because
me just
that's how
clarify
it
that.
should be. Because I want to be an economist, and when I go out, before I want to do
Yeah,
that. Thank you.
very good point here.
I'm
What
willing
I
to
said
listen
by
what you
creating
guys
your
say.
space, what I said by creating your space, you can create your space within a company or creating your space for your own company. So what I mean, with the COVID, for example, if you see in the Western world, people have lost their jobs, and there are just some positions that are very easy to cut off. You know, when a pandemic, a situation like that happen. You were talking about sales. This is creating your own space within a company. If women understand that when you're within a company and then you're the most important factor in the company, sales is a very tough and very hard job to do. And most people who are in sales, they don't make salary, they make commissions. And that doesn't cost a lot to these business leaders. So that's why when they decide who to get rid of, they cut off everybody who is not attached directly to creating revenue. So this is a very great point you were saying here. If I had a lengthy time to talk about, that's why any one of you who would want to reach out to us would help you that understand that there are some position within a company like sales and marketing, like you were saying. These are positions that are critical. These are positions that if a company gets rid of the sales and marketing team, a company ceases to exist. But if a company gets rid of the receptionist, the company gets rid of, I don't know, quality assurance, the company gets rid of whoever there, they can still function because their revenue is growing. So understanding that you can create your space, yes, within a company as well as creating your own company. That's the point where I was going about, but very amazing point. Very proud of you. Good job.
Wow. I like the rebuttal. I like the rebuttal between Harriet and Jonathan. And thank you, Jonathan, for bringing that. I agree with you. Creating space is very critical. But for those, someone said that for those women who want, she wants to be the voice for those women who want to create companies. She's also voicing her opinion there. So thank you so much. Yes, Lindu?
Ask a question to the two previous speakers. I don't know if this is far-fetched or if this is possible. How about we change the misconception? How about we change how the businessman thinks? Instead of I'm the one being oppressed, but I'm the one who also needs to fix the system when I'm the one being oppressed. Why not change how society thinks, how the businessman thinks? And I don't know, don't you guys think that is possible? And rather go that route because that'll fix everything else. I don't know if I'm making sense.
That's why conversations like this are very helpful, where people have a platform to share what they think and they inform policy and inform those business leaders.
I personally believe that. About what she said. I personally believe that.
Because I guess even those business leaders have wives, mothers, or have sisters or cousins. So are they going to get rid of their sisters or whatever? So it's a solution when you look at in a very balanced manner. So but thank you so much for your wonderful presentations. Our panelists, thank you for your.
Can I just respond to that question real quick before you wrap up?
You have less than 20 seconds. We are wrapping up.
Less than 20 seconds. Okay. So pretty much, why can't we have those businessmen and people change their perception? It is simple. This is the only way to change them is for you becoming so good they can't ignore you. There's a book out there called So Good They Can't Ignore You.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. There are things that you can control. There are things you can't control. You cannot control how they perceive you. You cannot control the response they have towards you, but you can 120% control what you can do to do that. You can 120% control how you can train and become the best. You can have 120% control how you perform at your job to the points that you create a respect and a name for yourself. So pretty much, if you guys would want to continue this discussion, how we can bounce ideas towards each other, I shared my email, I shared my WhatsApp. So any of you who would really want to make a crazy impact in your world, we can have a chat and then we can assess situation one after another. My 20 seconds are done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. 20 seconds. Hey, use them for good. Okay, there's some kind of noise, but it's all right. Who's muted? We should mute. Good. Wonderful. Jonathan, if you want to reach out to Jonathan, he shared his email and contact, so you can reach out to him and continue those conversations. And we're going to continue our conversation on our social media platforms. But what I got today is I'm very proud of everyone who participated here. Miss Lendu, Miss Dativ, Miss Stacey, Miss Jerry, and all the participants who are in here. I can authoritatively state that you guys are on the right track, and let's go out there and count me as your partner in the women empowerment. We're here as African Rebirth to give the voice to the voiceless and empower more people, find their purpose and dreams and achieve, to have a better life. Everyone seeks to have. And hashtag, we choose women. That's what I also hashtag today. So let's choose women in real times. Yeah, thank you very much. Have a wonderful Sunday, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for the
Bye.
opportunity. Thank
Yeah,
you
okay.
so much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.